Before I go into my next lesson at jQuery, I wanted to just show you how to do a drop-down menu purely through CSS. The reason why is because the majority of code that we will be using within a jQuery drop-down menu is going to be the same as if we do only CSS. And it's good to know, just in case you don't have a reason to use jQuery because jQuery is not always the answer, or you just want to know how to do a pure CSS drop-down menu. Anyways, the way we're going to do this is we're going to go in our About drop-down, in our About um, navigation item, and we're going to create our drop-down within there. And to do that, you go within the LI, and between the LI, you create another unordered list. This will encapsulate this unordered list within this list item, so then it would be straight down from it. And then we use Greek text. Should make this a little bigger. And then we're going to assign an ID to this LI item. And the reason why is so that way I don't need to dig down further into this nav background and LI. So this way I can access it directly without going further. So we're going to first target an order list and set some rules. And then with this position absolutes, I want to make sure to make this position relative. That way it stays within it. So basically what that means is it's going to encapsulate it within it, because when you do a position absolute, if it doesn't have a relative item, the relative item is going to be the body. So this would be in the upper left corner. And since we don't want that, I'm going to make my nav background li relative, so that way it'll stay within that scope. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, so everything's coming through good. A couple things I want to clean up. I want to remove this border over here, or make the text a little bit smaller, and I want to push down the drop down, and then push it more to the left. Let's do that. To push over left, we'll do a negative 5px, top 1px. And then this is something that's not going to always be consistent. This is something that you're going to have to play around for yourself to always get the look and feel that you want. Before I started this, I did go in and I started to play with it to make sure I got exactly the look and feel, so that way I won't be wasting your time. And this is what I came up with. And so let's go ahead and save and then refresh. And I forgot to move the border. Alright, so now we have this lined up. We have this pushed down far enough. Text may want to make it a little bit bigger. Actually, let's make this 16. Oops. There we go. That's a little bit better. So now, depending on how familiar you are with CSS, one of the things you may think of is having display none, and then when you hover, have display block. That can work. I have heard some issues with that myself. So one of the things that we will use is what's called lefts. Since we are having this as a position absolutes, we're able to move it anywhere we want to on the screen or even off the screen. So in this case, we're going to make it negative 9,909 left, and to bring it in, we're going to listen for the hover states and then slide it back into place. And that's where the -5 comes into play. So we'll do hover, lie. Oops. That's a lie. Actually, yeah, I mean, don't do that, because I can, since this should work. Sorry about that. Moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Alright, awesome. So this is coming in. I mean, style-wise, it is kind of boring. Obviously, you have your own links here. You'll have them with A tags, and you'll be able to stylize them according to wherever you want to. You can, if you don't like how short the width is, you could play with the width within, well, you can play within the UL, so make a width X. And that's because that's not at first, that's not a good spot because I'm pushing up the text, so do that's a lie actually. That should solve that. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Because I increased the size of UL, it automatically wraps. There are some styles you tell it not to wrap. But anyways, there's definitely a lot more style-wise you can apply to this, but it is a pretty simplistic drop-down menu. Gives you an idea of how to make it purely CSS, so that way you don't need to rely on JavaScript, jQuery unless absolutely necessary, and you can make it look absolutely beautiful. Again, it's just your imagination is your limit on what's it to look like. I said to me, I just want to show this for demonstration purposes. So anyways, be looking at this code for our jQuery drop-down menu, and all there is a couple of CSS changes, and then a little jQuery, and we'll have an awesome slide down menu. See you next time.